fall. Just kidding. I know it's August, but we are pretending because I know, like many of you, I am tired of the hot and sticky summer here. I'm very tired of summer. So we are entering fall on this channel. We can all pretend together, and we're gonna be doing a cozy reading vlog. I can't wait. We had rain this morning. I can't tell you how excited I was. But in this one, we are gonna start a new TBR bingo game. I actually have a Scooby-Doo bingo game, which you guys know, I love Scooby-Doo. Like, love is truly an understatement, if anything. So when I saw a Scooby-Doo themed bingo board, I was like, clearly this is what we're doing. And that's gonna help me with my goal to clear out more of my physical TBR. I recently did a bookshelf organization, TBR organization, and book unhaul. I'll link it above if you didn't see it. But I had about 100 some books on my physical TBR, which is a problem that I'm very blessed to have. But I do want to make sure I'm really focusing on that. So my bingo board is going to help us do that. Let's go ahead and hop into the bingo board, and then stay tuned, because not only are we going to be reading mysteries and thrillers to get into the fall vibes, but I'm going to be making a new fall cozy soup recipe. I will link it down below, of course, where we might be doing some baking. I'm going to be painting my nails. Very excited. It's Friday right now. We're going into the weekend, so I don't have a ton of time to vlog today with work, but I do want to paint my nails this gorgeous black. I've never actually worn black nail polish, and I just bought this, and I'm so excited. I think it could look really cool. I don't know. And then I want to paint my toes this like pretty deeper red shade, which are some of my favorite colors. You can't see it right now. I'll show you in a little bit, but I have this plaid skirt that's red, and it's really cute and very fall in my opinion. So let's do the bingo board. Okay, so this is our bingo game, and then I have the cards with different prompts on them in here that we're going to be drawing. So let's start by picking our bingo board. Okay, so what are we feeling? Feels good to me. I'm nervous. We haven't done this yet, so let me know if you guys like this. I have all these little Scooby, like little snack bones to mark the pieces with. And we're just gonna go ahead and start drawing some cards here. So this is what each card looks like, and then I've written different prompts on them just from like online lists and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle these, and then we're gonna pick random cards. Once we've made our first bingo, 4 across or 4 diagonal, anything like that, we'll go back, pull those cards, and then pick our books based on the prompts. Okay, green card. No, we are striking out. Okay. We have him. A book that starts with a random letter. Use a generator. Okay, so that might be one. Let's put that down. Nope. No. Wow, we are striking out here. Oh, we have this one. Okay, a bookish theme. That would be fun. I have bookish books for sure. Let's mark that. No. Let's pull some from over here. I'm feeling... Let's see what we got. We got Fred and Pizza, which we do not have. All right, let's see. Okay, we have a flashlight. I don't feel like I'm in the mood for historical fiction or like a classic maybe, but we'll see. We have a hot dog. Okay, oh, we only need one here. Wow, okay, we're getting there, Let's see. We have these. We have this one, which is a pretty cover, which honestly fits most of my books, except maybe thrillers usually aren't very pretty, but I do love a pretty cover. Okay. Let's see. We do have him, a number and a title. That's shouldn't be too hard. Watch me eat my words, but you know. We do have this. Characters are away from home. Okay, we're getting close. Let's see. Let's do this one. Nope. No. Nope. We have this even number of pages. Okay, we now have 2 bingo opportunities, which is a problem now. So if I didn't think about this, but this way or this way could be a bingo. So I think because this one was the first almost bingo, that would be the one we go with if I draw that card. That's what I'm making up on the spot. Let me know if you guys have different ideas. A book with a protagonist that's at least 50 plus. Okay. All right, so we have this one here. Let's do, oh, here we go. Okay, we got bingo. Bingo. Okay, so this is our bingo here, this one down. So let's clear these and I'm gonna pull the cards. Okay, I think this was a pretty easy, hopefully, we're gonna see, hand for this. A book with a protagonist that is at least 50 years old or older. Location near an ocean. I feel like I have some Maine cozies. I don't know what it is with Maine in me recently, but I have a lot, so I think that might be one. A pretty cover, and then an even number of pages. So that might require a little digging, but I think these are pretty good. So let's go pick out some books because I am excited. Okay, so I'm immediately thinking a book I've had for like 2 years. And I don't know why I haven't picked it up because I want to, is Murder on the Cliffs by Joanna Chalice. So this one I would love to get off the cart because it's really chunky. And this is the last one in a mystery featuring Daphne du Maurier. So it's a historical fiction mystery. It's pretty cozy. I don't remember, I believe on Goodreads it's marked as cozy. I don't remember anything really being too intense or graphic in the other two that I read. My library had the other two, so I grabbed this one because I didn't have the third one. And this one is The Location Near the Ocean, because that's right there. Okay, a pretty cover is going to be easy for cozy mysteries because they're all usually very pretty, so that one's easy. I'm trying to think, I think this one, a book with a protagonist that is at least 60 plus. That one could be a little harder, I'm thinking. Now, I'm curious because I have Death on the Nile on my TBR shelf, and I would love to read that, but I don't know how old Hercule Poirot is. Okay, I'm seeing conflicting opinions on this, but it looks like at very youngest, Poirot was maybe late 40s at the start of the series, but most of these put him in his 50s or to early 60s. So I think it's fair to pick out an Hercule Poirot book for this protagonist. I mean, you call me out if you think otherwise, but I think that's fair. Okay, so this is my TBR shelf. Oh, that's right. Okay, this is our pretty cover pick. I need to read this so badly. I'll tell you about it in just a minute, but that one, and then Death on the Nile. This will be my first Poirot novel. I've read short stories with Poirot in it, but I've never read a full-length novel, and I wanted to read this summer, so we're still, even though this is a cozy fall vlog, we're still on the cusp, you know, entering, I think, so this will be perfect. And then for the pretty cover, this cover, I love B.R. Meyer's covers. I read A Dreadful Splendor last year and I adored it, and I got this early arc because I won like a random drawing on her Instagram, and this one involves, it's kind of based a little bit on Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. It's like a love letter to gothic fiction. This one also takes place on the ocean, and we have Emmeline who marries a man after her suitor that she wanted to marry rejects her. And there's suspicions about what happened to his previous wife. So I'm really excited. That's our pretty cover. We have our protagonist. Let's pick one more. So many of you pointed this out as being really good. The Girl on the Train. I don't know if this has an even number of pages. Let's check. Nope, it's 323 pages, so no for that one. I've been interested in The Woman in the Window for a bit though, so let's check that out. This one is also odd. Wow, okay, so this one sounded good too. This is an old book of the month I found used. It's Too Good to Be True. It's like a domestic thriller. It looks very creepy. This one isn't even. This one has 342 pages. So this is going to be our pick. Too Good to Be True by Carola Lover. Alright guys, so those are our picks. Death on the Nile, Too Good to Be True, Murder on the Cliffs, and The Third Wife of Faraday House. I've been meaning to get to this for months. I'm sort of ashamed I haven't read this yet, so this is what I'm here for. So I'm going to start with Death on the Nile, I think, and Murder on the Cliffs, because this just looks so foreboding. I mean, this just screams like fall to me. So we're going to start with those. I'm really excited. I always do this. See, I'm a mood reader. I also really want to see if I can squeeze in Mango, Mamba, and Murder by Raquel V. Reyes, because this has been on my summer TBR, and I feel like this is like my last month to read it, and like in a summery-ish season. We're gonna try. We might try. We're gonna see. Okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna have a cozy rest of our day. I have some work I need to kick out, but I have a few things I want to show you. We're gonna get started reading tonight, and then we're also gonna do some painting of the nails, which I am so excited for. excitement, I might have gone to Goodwill and picked up a few things. So I'm going to show you guys real quick and we're going to be decorating with these this weekend. I can't wait. Let's get into it. Okay, so for starters, my very kind mom got my husband and I these 2 fall pillow covers. I think she got them at Hobby Lobby. This is what they look like. I think these are so cute and perfect because you can use this like August through November. Basically, like I'm so excited. These are so cute. I can't wait to try those. Then at Goodwill itself, I found this spiderweb pillow. Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, it's beautiful. I'm gonna give it a quick little cleaning, but I just couldn't pass this up. I try to mostly stick to pillow covers because we don't have a lot of storage space, but this just spoke to me. So that's that. I also found this brand new kitchen towel, which I love because it's functional and I love kind of the witchy vibes. I think it's so cute. So I love that I can use this to like clean counters and like hang it in my kitchen and it's decoration while being useful. So I love that. I found this little platter. Is that not darling? I don't actually have any Halloween or fall plates or like, I don't know, anything like to put food on like this. And this is so cute. I couldn't pass it up, and I feel like during the spring or something, if I just put down like some spring napkins or something under here, I could completely convert this. So I feel like because it's black, it's so versatile. So I love that. I'm slowly building a tablecloth collection because I think a cloth tablecloth, it just makes me feel so fancy. And I thought this was a beautiful one for fall and in like winter as well. It's a nice deep color. I love this little pattern on it. So I love that. Naturally, I had to grab 2 pumpkins. I found this one here in this kind of velvety one. It's brand new, which is great. And again, it was a Goodwill. And then this one here was used and it's this really pretty blue with a little gold handle. I think that's just fun. Okay, this one I had to order online. I'm on a Flintstones kick. I've been watching the Flintstones. I have a couple of the seasons. I've checked out some from my library. And when I found out they had a Halloween special, I think they have multiples actually, but this is volume 1. And this is the Flintstones meet Rockula and Frankenstone, and it also has Flintstones Little Big League. But of course, I'm most excited for this, so we're definitely gonna watch this during this vlog. I can't wait. Look, I mean, it's too much fun. It's too much fun. I cannot wait for this. How fun. I am such a fan of the Flintstones and Jetsons. I love it. And then 2 things last. I have one here. We have a wreath. I got this used at Goodwill for like $5, which I was really excited for. And I love this because it's got lots of sunflowers, so it still feels a little summery, but mostly autumn. And I got this long garland of leaves, which I found at Joann's. And I want to try to hang this over this like large window in our living room to give it some like color and to kind of cover up some marks that are on the wall, like from just the previous tenant or something like that. I think this could do it. I think I could pin this in place with like thumbtacks because it's very lightweight. And I think that would add just so much fun and color to that room. So we're gonna do that this weekend as well. So that is my fall haul that I've been collecting for. I have been anxiously waiting to put these things up. So I'm so excited. It's the first weekend of August and we're gonna be reading, decorating, fall cozy soup recipes. Let's go. Good morning, my beautiful friends. It's Saturday. I'm so relieved. I'm in my comfy, cozy Scooby-Doo Halloween t-shirt and just nice, cozy clothing for the day. I wanted to show you real quick and give you a reading update. So I actually had a DNF, which I'm really bummed about. Murder on the Cliffs. I actually read, so this is actually book 1 in a trilogy cozy mystery. It's more historical fiction mystery, but it's definitely on the cozier side because Daphne du Maurier is an amateur sleuth and it's very free of like violence and stuff like that, and it's usually very isolated, smaller settings and like small towns in this case. I just couldn't get into this. There were so many characters. I really wish there had been like a list of characters or a family tree at the beginning, and I just didn't enjoy it. I got about, I'd say, over a third of the way into it and I just had to put it aside. I did skip to the end just to see who did it, and it was fine. I liked the other 2 books in the series, so if you're interested in the series, I would still read the other 2, but this one, the series debut, just kind of felt very first book to me. It just kind of felt, it felt stiff and awkward. I just wasn't enjoying it, so I put it aside. I am probably going to start one of these today once I make a little more progress on Death on the Nile, which I've only made like 40-page progress into so far, and I'm enjoying. I don't really have any thoughts on it, but so far it's good. I'm really interested in a true Hercule Poirot classic. Otherwise, I wanted to show you, oh, my nails. I think they turned out very cool. I wouldn't use this word to describe myself frequently, but I actually feel very cool with these on, and just very fall, and I got my Halloween shirts. I'm feeling everything, and my orange earrings. And then I got my book of the month box, so I wanted to show you real quick what's in it. So they actually sent like a free little story with the box, which I haven't had happen before, but I'm excited. It's supposed to be very dark and edgy, like short kind of story, it sounds like. So my book of the month is Like Mother Like Daughter by Kimberly McCreight. This is what we got. And this is essentially a thriller about a daughter who comes home one night to visit her mother, and her mother was clearly in the middle of making dinner, but she's nowhere to be found. And the daughter has always been unlike her mother. She's been very like crazy, more wild, more spontaneous, whereas the mother's this very controlled person, or is she? And so this is the daughter trying to find out what happened to her mother, finding out secrets about her mother's life, stuff like that. I love this type of thriller, so I'm really excited for that. And then we're gonna go ahead and have a little cozy time in front of the TV. I'm gonna go watch that Flintstones Halloween special. I'm very excited, and while I do so, I'm gonna write some cards and stationery, stuff like that. I love doing that, and I recently found this gorgeous postcard set. It's these Dover postcards. They're fine art prints, posters, photographs, and more from a vast archive of rare portfolios that date back 3 centuries even. So I love this. It's all these gorgeous like fashion ones. So a couple of these I actually want to pull and keep for myself. Like this one really caught my eye. I love the dress on this, so I want to keep a couple of these to put up on my bulletin board or to like keep in journals, stuff like that. I love collecting beautiful postcards, but a bunch of these I would love to send out to some of the ladies in my life who I think will appreciate it, like my grandma. So I'm gonna write out some cards. Look how gorgeous this green one is. This is one of my favorites, so I might end up keeping that one as well, I think. That one and the black dress are my 2 favorites, I want to say. But there's so many interesting... This one's really sweet too for like spring or summer. I love that. But I'm really excited, so we're going to go ahead and just have a cozy morning, do some relaxing, cozy things together, and yeah, let's go do some journaling, stationery, get yourself a cup of tea or something cozy and heartwarming, and let's go have some fun. It's later in the day. I've done some reading and we had some cozy self-care, but I'm gonna go ahead and make some dinner now. I want to make baked potatoes. That just sounds really warm and, you know, robust and satisfying. And then we're also going to prep the bread dough for tomorrow because we're going to make the cozy fall soup, and I want some homemade bread to go along with that. So let's go ahead and hop in. As for a reading update, so I am working on Death on the Nile. I have made the executive decision to add this to this video's reading list because I didn't really get to read a cozy, you know, the Daphne du Maurier one. I ended up DNFing it so early and I'm craving something cozy, and this just looks so fun. And I know it's a little more summery than fall probably, but it just looks fun. It's been on my TBR for a while. It involves a mother and she's like some kind of TV show. What is it? Food anthropologist. So she talks on TV shows and she's getting a job as a Caribbean cooking expert on a Spanish language morning TV show. And then at some women's club luncheon, someone dies and problems ensue. So I'm really excited for this. Several authors on the back of this are ones that I adore, and they're endorsing this book, so that always makes me feel good. Otherwise, Death on the Nile I'm about the same in. I did start Too Good to Be True by Carola Lovering, and I am on page 116 out of 338 pages, so about a third of the way through. And I'm really enjoying this. It's fast-paced. There's some points of views that I wasn't expecting in this, and one of them is actually in like a diary entry form, which I personally really enjoy reading, and I like the tone for that one. It's pretty funny. Like, it kind of cracks you up and also makes you want to just like go, oh, are you kidding me, person? But so far I'm really enjoying this. It's not going in the places I thought it would be, and I'm really curious about the conclusion for this. I'm having a good time. I think Sky is an interesting character. I really like his wife, Heather. I'm feeling really bad for her at the moment because he's proposed to Sky, and it's just like, I don't even know what this guy is thinking, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. So this is so far is going through very, very well. So tonight I'm planning on reading more of this and then probably starting Mango, Mambo, and Murder. I am enjoying Death on the Nile. I don't want to give that impression off, but when it comes to reading classics or historical fiction, I tend to read them at a slower pace than other genres. I don't know why, that's just how it is. So I am really enjoying it, and I will have an update on it soon, but these two are what I'm going to focus on reading tonight, and I'm so excited. I just need something extra cozy today. I just want cozy. Hello friends, guys, this afternoon we're going to do some reading, but we're also going to decorate a bit for fall, and I'm going to try out that new cozy fall soup recipe. I'll have it linked down below. I found it from a YouTube short. There's not exact measurements, but it looks good. It's like feta, broccoli, potato, garlic. I'm really excited. So we're just going to go ahead and roast those ingredients and then blend them in the blender. The original recipe calls for vegetable broth. I'm going to use chicken broth just because that's what I have on hand, but that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get cooking and get decorating. One taste test and I went and added a bunch of salt and pepper and like red chili flakes and garlic powder because it just didn't have much of a taste even though the texture was nice. So we're gonna give it a shot now that I've added some more spices on it. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like baby food. I mean, the soup is a puree, right? That's what baby food is basically, but it's not beautiful. But if it tastes good, I'm all for it. Okay, that's a lot better. I'm gonna add a little more, I think, salt and like a little more red crushed pepper just because I think that gives it a nice flavor. That's a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna do that and then we're gonna eat. Hi guys, quick reading update. I'm currently on live streams with Maddie from This Bookish Cottage, as well as some friends. I'll link the replay down below. Here's a quick, you can take a quick look here. We're doing this really fun like greenhouse of cozy ambiance that I love. So I'm just doing some reading and wanted to update you on Mango, Mambo, and Murder. It's going really well. I'm on page 159, so about halfway through the book, and I really like it. Miriam is a great character. I love her friend Alma. I'm liking the plot. She's getting more involved with it now because someone in her life is a suspect in the crime. So we've had some excitement there. The mystery's really picking up. friends, I went back to Goodwill and did a little more shopping. I do also have a little library book haul, so I thought I'd show you those things really quick. Caught it. The first thing I got from Goodwill for my bookshelf was this. It's got a really pretty scarecrow on it. It says give thanks and like happy Thanksgiving on it. And I thought these flowers were so beautiful, and my bookshelf is black, so I think this will really pop nicely. I'm also debating putting this on my bookshelf somewhere, or at least one maybe shelving somewhere. It says give thanks, and I just love the fox. It really caught my attention. It's really cute. I loved those velvet pumpkins so much, these like kind of fabric ones, that I picked up one more that I saw in a bigger size. It's just like a classic kind of orange color, but I really love it, so I can't wait to do that. Okay, then I think this is gonna make me feel so luxurious because I've never had these before. These are like kind of like little placemats. Like they're not like the more practical placemats, but if you put them on the table, they look gorgeous. Let me show you. So I have the new tablecloth from the previous run here, which I think looks really nice. Here is the tablecloth. And then if I put down like our bowls, look how pretty. It just like, it frames it, and it's this gorgeous like leaf, and I think it's so beautiful. And I would totally use this for like half the year, like summer and fall, even part of like the holidays, because it's beautiful. So I'm really excited for that. Then I got this candle, which originally was $10, and I got it for $3, and it's this gorgeous Christmas candle, holiday spruce. I haven't heard of this brand. I don't know if it's good, but I thought the illustrations on this were gorgeous. It looks like it's only been burned like once, and I personally love the smell of like pine trees, spruce, anything with like a forest scent to it is one of my favorite types of candles to burn for fall and winter, so I'm really excited for this one. Okay, and then books. I have a very random assortment, but I'm so excited. My library does have part of the Secrets of the Castleton Manor Library book series. They do have part of the selection. I think they have the first 4 books in it. I have book 1. I read it. I loved it. Each book in the series is written by a different author. And the second one in the series is called Bitter Words, and this is a close-up of that cover. Again, really adorable cat, nice bookish cover. So our main character in this is Faith Newberry. She has her cat Watson, who you get to read little snippets of from his perspective, which I thought was really great in the first book. And in this one, she's settling into her new job as a librarian at this like beautiful estate with all these like luxury, like just like really rare books and stuff, which is so cool. And they throw like parties and different things there. But in this one, she's in the Candle House book club, and they like to solve mysteries that would stump even Sherlock, and she gets involved in a case. These are pretty quick and to the point. This one's just like 200 pages, but I found the first book so good, so I'm so looking forward to reading more. Then I picked up this mystery thriller by Catherine Stedman. It's called Look in the Mirror. This made one of my most anticipated releases videos, which I'll link above. So this one follows 2 different women. Nina, who recently inherited this like island. She didn't know it was an inheritance. She's completely shocked. She's reeling from the grief over losing her father. And then we have Maria, who is a nanny to very like rich people, and she's also an ambitious medical student, and she just needs one really good gig to finish off, I don't know, paying for something in particular or hitting her money goals, something like that. She loves all the luxurious like locations she gets to watch people at. So in this one, she is meeting up with her new wards, but they never show, and she's told that the house she's staying at, she can go everywhere except for the basement, which is off limits. But will her curiosity get the best of her? I think it will, and I'm really curious to see where it goes. Then this is a new cozy I picked up on a whim from the library. I've never heard of it. I think there's 3 in the series in total. Let me know if you have, because it's totally new to me. That's Yarn to Go, a yarn retreat mystery by Betty Hitchman. And this is the first book in the series. How cute. The cat really caught my attention. With the pile of yarn, I absolutely love it. It's really interesting because our main character is a dessert chef, Casey, and her aunt had this yarn to go like yarn business, a knitting club, and she's recently passed away, and she's left Casey the business, and Casey knows nothing about knitting. She can't knit, but her aunt had one more yarn retreat scheduled, so she agrees to go on the trip and to, I don't know, like kind of host it and stuff like that. But at the retreat, someone dies at the hotel. Casey gets involved in the mystery. So I'm really excited for this. I kind of love it when the main character has to like learn a lot about whatever the theme is for the Cozy Mystery series. I think that's really fun because a lot of series I read, I don't have like an expertise in, like I have no idea how to knit. So it's kind of fun to see it through their eyes. So I'm excited for this. Then I picked up a historical mystery. This is part of the Harlem Renaissance Renaissance Mystery Series by Nekasa Afia. This is A Lethal Lady and it's book 3 and the latest release. How gorgeous is her dress and the cover, the illustrations, everything. Everything. I love the covers for this series so much. I'm so excited for the premise for this. So it takes place in Paris, 1928. Louise has recently moved to Paris from Harlem, and she is enjoying working at a perfumer during the day and then clubbing at night, just enjoying the sights, the beauty. She's approached by a desperate mother who begs her to help her find her artist daughter who's gone missing. And Louise initially is kind of resistant. She's a very reluctant sleuth throughout the whole series because she's just kind of got her peace back after what's happened in the previous books. But the woman has a letter from one of her friends back in Harlem, like as an introduction, and so she agrees to take the case on. And it seems like this young woman has disappeared into the elite circle, and she finds herself drawn into this group of young women who will do anything to get ahead in the art world. I'm so excited about this. I personally really love art-centric mysteries, especially if there's any heist or anything like that, so I'm so excited for this. And this has been a really good series. Forewarning, definitely not a cozy series. There is some language, there is definitely some violence it's not like extreme, you know, I wouldn't say it's like extreme or anything, but there's definitely some graphic violence, so I would keep that in mind, possibly look up trigger warnings, but the series has been really good so far, so I'm excited to continue. And then the last one was kind of a whim. It's actually a children's book. I was going into the children's section to pick up a Scooby-Doo DVD because you guys know me. It's called A Goth Girl and the Ghost of a Mouse by Chris Riddell. It's a children's laureate winner, it looks like. The cover caught my attention, and then look at the purple and the illustration here on the back. And this entire book, it's like a basic looking chapter book, I think, but it's filled with all of these gorgeous illustrations. So I thought I might just enjoy flipping through this. I'm not somebody who typically reads, like, I think this would be middle grade, but the main character lives in Ghastly Gorham Hall with her father, Lord Goth, lots of servants, and at least half a dozen ghosts. And she's gonna team together with another person to solve the mysteries of this strange hall. So I don't know, I kind of thought this looked perfect for Halloween, so I'm excited for that. Alright guys, and that is my quick Goodwill part 2 fall decorations haul, and then some of the books I picked up at the library. Let me know if you've recently picked up anything from your library and what you're reading. Alright guys, I have a pretty big reading update for you and 2 things I got for book mail, and I'm really excited and grateful to show them to you. But let's start with the update. I finished Bingo, Mambo, and Murder. I love this. I'm gonna say 4 stars. The mother-in-law, she needs some help. She does no idea of personal boundaries or anything. She's got, I don't know. She's a little much. I know it's fiction, but I was just like, okay, can we move on? Hopefully she gets better in the series, I don't know. But I absolutely loved Miriam. I think she is a very interesting character. I liked hearing about her show that she's filming and the different types of food. I'm not someone who's super familiar with Caribbean food, so it was super interesting to learn more about that. I think her son is pretty cute. There's a lot of great scenes with the 2 of them. I liked learning about some of the other members of the family besides the mother-in-law, because when they moved to Florida, they're closer to the husband's family, so there's more relatives, so that was really nice. There was some really nice like family subplots going on that I enjoyed, and the ending for this was so satisfying. I did put it together, but I was so pleased. It was so satisfying, so I definitely would love to continue. I think there's 2 books out and a 4th one coming out, so it's not a super big series, but I would recommend this. Then for current reads, I have The Third Wife of Faraday House by B.R. Myers. This book does come out later this month. I think it'll be out shortly after this vlog is up, so I will have it linked below like everything else. I'm loving this. It's so good. So I'm chapter 16, page 146, which is a little under halfway, let's say like 45%, if we will. I love this. I don't know what it is with me in historical fiction. I always have this hard time like picking it up, but as soon as I get into it, I'm absolutely in love. This book is going great. Again, it is like a general mystery. I wouldn't call it necessarily cozy, but there's nothing that has been super graphic so far. There's been like some inferences as to how far maybe a couple has gone romantically, but nothing super graphic on scene, which I appreciate. That's just my preference in general, but I absolutely love her writing style. Emmeline is an interesting character. I'm enjoying learning more about her past. It's being really fleshed out. The house itself, Faraday House, is very much a character. It very much reminds me of like Manderley and Rebecca, or different books where the house is a character, and I love those kinds of books personally. So absolutely love it. Very gloomy, on the seaside, very gothic feeling. You can really, the atmosphere is what's really getting me in this, and I'm very intrigued by the mystery because, like I said, you know, this isn't the synopsis, so no spoiler, but the second wife is still alive when she arrives to become the third wife. Dun dun dun. Like, so it's very curious. I don't know how this is going. I really don't have a clear idea of where this is going yet, but I'm enjoying it. And then I'm still making slow progress on Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie, but it is going well. I am enjoying it. Don't have a lot to say, but these are my final 2 reads for this vlog, so I'm hoping to maybe finish this tonight. I don't know. It is Friday right now. I am super tired from this week. It's been a pretty crazy one, and this has been taking me a little longer than I thought with the reading, but I am so enjoying these later books, and of course I threw this one in on a whim because I am a mood reader and I just was so intrigued by this book. So I'm glad I did that, and if we knock out 5 books on my physical TBR for this vlog, I think that's a win. Then I wanted to say a big thank you to one of my subscribers, Maggie. She very kindly got me 2 books off my Amazon wishlist, which just absolutely never necessary, but it just means so much to me when I receive these kind notes and books. Like, it just totally makes my day when I get this like random mail and it's just books, and I'm so excited, and those kind words. So thank you. I really just, I don't even have words, but I appreciate it so much. The first one is Resort to Murder by Annie McEwen, and this is a new series, and I have been so intrigued by this. I've heard nothing but good things from it. Beautiful, beautiful cover here. So our main character is Emmy, and she lives in Chicago, and her life is just not going like she wants to. She ends up heading out to Wisconsin Northwoods, where her family has some kind of lake cottage resort. That just sounds beautiful. This sounds like the perfect like late summer, fall read. I cannot wait. And she heads out there, but everything is having some drama. There's like a really shady development company in town that's trying to force people to sell to them, and Emmy's father is actually one of the people who's standing up to these developers. Unfortunately, someone related to, or one of the developers themselves, is found dead, and the father is accused of the crime because he was such a big opponent to their cause. So Emmy gets involved trying to solve the case. This is a pretty quick mystery. It's like 216 pages. I definitely want to read this fall. It just looks like the perfect fall read. I'm so excited. Then the other one, I think I want to save maybe for spring, although it looks like there might be some fall colors on here, but it's called Death Takes Priority, a Postmistress Mystery by Jean Flowers. I have never heard anyone talk about this cozy mystery series, and I'm personally somebody, I love mail. Like, I love sending out cards. I like making greeting cards sometimes, like crafting. I just love sending happy mail and stuff like that. So this one is just the idea of like a postmistress mystery theme. It sounded so good. It actually sounded so amazing to me, the theme of this, so unique. Let me know if you've personally read this, because I had never heard of this series before. So our main character in this is Casey Miller, and she's been caring for her dying aunt, and she was recently dumped by her fiance, and she decides to take a break from Boston. She's like, I need some time. So she moves back to her small town in Massachusetts, and she becomes the postmistress there because she has a lot of experience working in like postal management, I guess, from her Boston days. So she gets the job there, and she has a nice lunch with a handsome antiques dealer in town. However, upon arriving for her first day at work at the post office, she discovers that someone broke in and stole something. Telephone books. But why would anyone want old telephone books? And that was exactly my that was my thought exactly. So she is like, okay, this is odd, but then a body is found in the nearby woods, and the handsome antique dealer who she was getting to know is taken into custody, and Casey gets involved. I am so excited for this. There's also, I didn't realize this looking at the book online, but there's a very cute cat right there. So very excited. Thank you again so much, Maggie. I'm truly so excited to read these. It completely made it just made my week. Thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate it. So thank you so much. I wanted to show you guys that, and I'm gonna get reading. Hi friends, so I'm filming a final reading update for this bingo vlog. I have finished both Death on the Nile and The Third Wife of Faraday House. Let's start with this one. Wow. This ending, I love the ending for this so much. I feel like I guessed a good portion of this, but I just enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the setting, I enjoyed the ending so much and how everything was wrapped up. If you like Rebecca, if you like gothic atmosphere, if you like historical fiction, mysteries, overall this was pretty cozy. There was some discussion of some harder topics, but everything was pretty like off screen, if you will, and overall like any violence and stuff was more minimal overall. So I really loved this. This is excellent. I'm so excited that I love this as much as A Dreadful Splendor, so I'm really excited to report that. This book is coming out later this month, so keep that in mind if you want to check it out. But I just love it. I love Emmeline. I think she really grew a lot on page as a character, which I loved seeing, because she kind of started off just as this beautiful young woman who people just valued for her beauty and for her staying quiet, and you know, she didn't really have any skill sets or anything, and she kind of is growing in a really interesting way throughout this. I loved the second wife who's still alive when she arrives. That's no spoiler, it's, you know, it's on the back of this, but I loved her so much. She was probably my favorite, and it was just so interesting to read about her. And then Death on the Nile. We have two amazing things to report. One, I listened to the majority of this on audio. Now, if you're new to my channel, I never listen to audiobooks. I struggle with audio very badly. I struggle, like my thoughts wander, I lose track of what was going on. I can sometimes listen to like short nonfiction, especially if it's a little more like chit-chatty like a podcast, but I've never listened to a fiction novel before. I only read the first 40 or so pages of this print, and then I switched to audio. The audio narrator was David Suchet, who a lot of people were saying was like the pro audiobook narrator. Let me know if you have a favorite. I don't really know much about it, but I enjoyed his reading so much. I listened to it at 1.25 speed, just a little faster, but overall I think it was such a good match. I loved it. The voices he did, and I'm very proud to announce I actually solved this before the ending, and I'm so excited because I don't think I've ever completely solved an Agatha Christie novel before I got to the end. I think I've done so with a short story, but not a novel, so this was really exciting. If you have recommendations for a movie for this, I know there was a new one that came out like 2 years ago. I think there's one that came out in the 70s. Let me know if you have a favorite. I would love to know, because I really want to watch this on film. So if you have any feedback on that, please let me know. But I'm so excited. This was incredible. The ending was, it was just amazing. It was divine. I was so excited. The setting is great. The characters are interesting. I loved some of the subplots that happened to some of the other characters and how they ended up. I really can't say more because I don't want to spoil anything, but I just loved this, and Poirot is such a funny character, but so sharp and such a good study of human character. So I just adored this. This was amazing. I can see why it's one of her most beloved works. And yeah, so that's my thoughts on this. I'm so glad I gave this a try. The bingo really pushed me to get this read, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm planning on trying to do one of these almost every month to really just keep working through physical TBR. We'll see how that goes, but let me know if you enjoyed this format. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do post new book content every week on my channel, especially within the mystery genre, so that includes everything from cozy mysteries all the way to thrillers. I read it all if it has a mystery. So I hope you'll hit subscribe. My name is Amy Marie, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!